Hello everybody. It's the second year that we have a presentation at the Dialog conference. First of all, I want to thank Git and Dialog for giving us the possibility to present our work, APL Italiana for helping us to take part at the conference, and my students for having engaged the challenge of in learning APL, and my friend Illustrator for listening to me speaking about APL for hours. At the last year, we are going to talk about APL, programming language, mathematics, and of course, education. As many know, I have taught mathematics for 2 years, and upon arriving at school, I introduced an APL course, and the last year we have the second edition with 35 students of various classes. The course lasted for about 20 lessons. At the end of course, with some students, we decided to present one of ideas that we have experienced in learning APL. We asked ourselves how difficult it is to learn an abstract language and how today's students are accustomed to learn by image. So the idea is to try to illustrate the process of problem solving, switching between logical language and the visual language. To do this, we asked for help to an illustrator, and the work has been more difficult than we thought, because the process needs a long time. And anyway, it was a very interesting experience. Let me introduce my 4 students, Teresa, Federica, Mattia, and Federico, and my friend illustrator Giuseppe, or Pino, as you prefer. And I leave the word to Teresa.
Hello, everybody. So we asked ourselves a fundamental question. What skills do students need to be happy and successful? Sooner or later, each teacher faces this difficult question. Well, not everybody, but probably the one who cares about their students, they ask this question. And a woman, Michelle Barmer, a psychologist and an educator, author of the bestseller book Unselfie, found a surprising answer to this question. Just one word: empathy. Why empathy? Because who can understand and appreciate people around them is better able to collaborate, to innovate, and to solve problems. Studies show they're happier too. The problem is that mathematics has a serious empathy deficit for too many reasons. First one, because we tend to abuse of formal language, And second, because teachers teach that what really matters is the final solution of the problem rather than the path to reach it. The result is that students who cannot understand formulas or do not have the solution feel very frustrated. So why do mathematicians have an empathy deficit? It's a matter of notation and, of course, of language. But they believe that APL idioms or equations are not just useful. Many of them are quite beautiful. So scientists admit they are often fond of particular formulas, not just for their function, but for their form and their simple, poetic truth they contain. So on one side, the ability of APL idioms is to represent complex truth with few symbols. On the other side, this language scares students, has just a practical use, and is often incomprehensible. This is the double side to pick on side. So, although empathy cannot be taught, we will try to think on the reason why something generates empathy. And we are fairly certain that empathy is linked more to intuition than rationality. We are also fairly certain that empathy is linked to what we see. In fact, certain images arise in us positive feelings in a completely unconscious way. So trying to imitate our memory, we will try to accompany an abstract language with an illustrative language. And using the language of images positively predisposes the soul of students in the same way we are happy when we read our favorite comics. To put this into practice, we try to solve a problem that seemed interesting working together with an illustrator.
So our problem is about shopping offers. The problem is taken from the International Olympiad of Informatics in 1995. And it is simple to understand, but not so easy to solve. In a sushi bar, each kind of product has a price. For example, the price of a maki sushi is 2 ICU, and the price of a nigiri sushi is 5 ICU, where ICU stands for Informatic Currency Units. In order to attract more customers, the sushi bar introduces some special offers. A special offer consists in 1 or more products with a reduced price. For example, 3 maki sushi for 5 ICU instead of 6. 1 maki sushi together with 2 nigiri sushi for 10 ICU instead of 12. A customer would like to buy a certain quantity of sushi items that we call order. For example, 3 maki sushi and 2 nigiri sushi. The goal is to calculate the minimum price that the customer should pay, making an optimal use of the special offers we have. In doing this, we have to respect this condition. We're not allowed to add items even if this would mean having a lower price. What kind of problem is this? The problem of shopping offers is a problem of choice. We have to face the so-called paradox of choice. The greater number of special offers we have, the harder it is to choose the best combination of offers that allows us to save money. But having a lot of offers could complicate our lives, because sometimes more is less. In technical terms, we face the classical optimization problem. So, we have our problem. Now we need a solution. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step, said Lao Tzu. Our solution begins with selecting good notation. Starting from the request, we can efficiently represent the order as an n-dimensional vector of quantities. This is a good notation for two reasons. First, it simplifies the data we have. How? We can include price metrics into offer metrics, simply. Second, the vector solution is good for its summability. We should compose offers in order to reach our order. It simply means adding up the offers and their prices with each other. So, finally, the vector notation leads to a vector formulation of the problem.
And a vector formulation allows us to view the problem in an appropriate Cartesian space. Because vectors are lists of items, but on the other hand, they have physics meaning. They are lines going from the origin to the point represented by coordinates. So, changing the point of view, we can see the offers as they were shortcuts to reach the order, which is the final point. In this Cartesian space, finding the minimum price means solving a minimum path problem. We face a classical situation where the notation is very suggestive. The second step is to have a strategy. And the best strategy to solve an optimization problem is dynamic programming. A method for solving complex problems, break it into a collection of subproblems. To calculate the minimum price, we store each solution to subproblems in a matrix called cost matrix. At the beginning, we have just the price of initial offers, and we will update cost matrix every time we will find new offers. And how we will find new offers? Easy. Composing offers by an outer product. In one shot, we can calculate all offers combination. We just pay attention to eliminate new offers that exceed the quantity of order according to the initial condition. The first result of outer product is that we have defined a new offer, simply adding up the initial offer and their price with each other. If we have equal offers, we choose one with the lowest price. The second result of the outer product is that new offers represent new longer ways that allow us to approach gradually the order. And the third result of the outer product is the updating of cost matrix. new offers fill new elements of the matrix. Now we repeat the process until we have at least one new offer. Repeating the second time the outer product, we add the initial offer with the new offers defined previously. Luckily, in the simple example, at the second iteration, we define 4 new offers in yellow that match with our order. Finally, sorting the 4 solutions according to price, we have 2 combinations of offers that leads to a minimum price, which is 14 ICU. In a Cartesian space, we find 4 ways to reach the order. 2 of these are the shortest. And now we are going to put in practice the idea to illustrate APL, and we are going to play a funny game. I leave the word to my students, Federico and Mattia.
Hi everybody. First of all, I want to thank our fantastic teacher, Roberto Minervini, for introducing us to APL and to giving us the opportunity to be here. Now we are playing a game, as he said. I hope it's funny. And we want to understand if it's possible to associate a picture with an APL idiom. And we are doing this with the use of Kahoot, a web app that allows us to make an interactive quiz. At the end, there will be a leaderboard, and the first 5 people will win some prizes.
Are we ready? Yes. Let's start. Okay, these pictures is divided in 2 parts. In the first part, there are 3 cars that are moving forward, while in the second there is a sort of accident, a pile-up of these cars. Okay. Okay, next one.
In this picture, we can see an American man who is watching a calendar and probably is wondering which day is it. That was difficult. Now we have the Leicester City badge, a football team that won the Barclays Premier League last year, even though they were supposed to fight in the relegation zone. Then there is a quote from the Bible, from Matthew, that says, so the last will be first and the first will be last.
Next picture. Okay, here there is a rolling snowball that gets bigger and bigger while moving. So how can we relate this idea of bigger and bigger to an APL idiom?
Now we have two hands that are drawing each other, and there is a sort of symmetry in this picture.
Okay. Okay, here there are some pyramids that are built in a particular way. There is also a hint on the screen.
Now we have a particular symbol that is the yin and the yang, a Chinese symbol that represents two opposite things. For example, the night and the day, the good and the evil, the light and the dark, and they one of them can't live without the other.
Okay, here we have some horses that are all equal except for one that is not white but black.
Now we have 4 socks, and in particular, 2 of them are a couple, and love each other, and they are cute, aren't they?
The last question. Okay, here we have a simple word, truth. How is this word related with maths and with one of these APL idioms? Okay, let's see the winners.
Congratulations, and we invite you to come here and get the prize.
Who's JD? Oh, there you go. Who's JF? Which one? Who's JF? JF? Luana, okay. Ah! Okay. Second prize. There you go. BB. Who's BB?
Thanks for listening. That's all.